Hey, welcome back to Roll Move Repeat. I am Sean.
I'm Mandy.
I'm Sean, and in honor of July 4th, I am declaring my independence from this podcast. Down to the tyrannical King Sean. Prepare to have crates of tea dumped into your swimming pool.
That is
Going
not the
down.
one I wanted you to say.
That is
I
crazy.
wanted you to say that you're the Sean with the beard. Because he just chopped off his beard.
Oh, that's right. I did shave off my
Mhm.
beard. Yeah, it's all
Mhm.
gone. Hey, so
Yeah. But I like yours, so it was good. It was good.
that was crazy.
Did I,
That was good.
did
That was
I
a good
blow
one.
your audio aboard when I was yelling into my mic?
A little bit. The good thing is
Fine.
that your audio drops, so it actually
Oh,
drops you
good.
down, so you're not screaming into the mic.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, I'm
Fine.
watching it hit the red line. So hey, welcome back to Roll Move Repeat. We're on episode 18. Tonight we're going to talk about party games. Party games, so that way, because again, 4th of July, and what says better 4th of July than party games?
Woo!
So I hope everyone has a great and safe 4th of July. And we're going to start off here again, just like I always do. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your family friends, tell your grandma, tell everyone that you possibly can. We are trying to grow this channel again, and we love your support. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and as you can see, YouTube here. So again, please help us grow. And thank you to all our new subscribers on Facebook. We really appreciate it. So now let's begin. We're going to start with our recently played, and Sean, we're going to start with you tonight. And let's go. Oh, wait.
Gaia Project.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Do I need to pause?
No. Go ahead. I will talk about this after.
He
Go
has
ahead.
feelings.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
just has big feelings about this
I have
one.
big feelings about this one.
Gaia Project, designed by Jens Drogmuller and Helg Ostertag. The artist was Dennis Lohausen, and it was published by Fierlin Spiel. And I'm going to actually scroll to the bottom on my notes really quickly and do this out of order. So during the pandemic, Sean and I played a game called Terra Mystica a couple times on Board Game Arena with some friends, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I was determined to go buy a copy, and then I didn't get around to it for a long time. And then somewhere, I don't know how, but somehow I stumbled across some people talking about how Gaia Project was basically Terra Mystica, but it was newer and it was actually better. And they talked about how there's like new features and they'd streamlined some rules and it was objectively a better game. And then other people disagree and said Terra Mystica has been balanced more over the years. There are more expansions plus fan made factions. So I decided I should probably wait on buying Terra Mystica until I had a chance to play Gaia Project, which did not happen until this past weekend. so as I said, Gaia Project is part of a group of games that started Terra Mystica, and it's called a Terra Mystica game, and it actually takes place in the same universe, albeit far in the future. In fact, I think it's fair to say that Gaia Project is, guys, do you know where we're going with this?
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Terra Mystica in space.
Oh, we really should have seen that coming.
I
That-
saw it. I saw it. I saw it.
So Gaia Project it's a very heavy Euro style game. You're collecting resources, you're placing, upgrading buildings, you're moving pieces up tech tracks to get your rewards and points, and you're trying to earn victory points via like round goals, end game goals, and some other places. There's a couple mechanics in Gaia Project that are unique when like you compare it to other games, your other Euro style games. One is that before you can place a building on a planet, it has to be terraformed to match your faction. Sorry. There's this chart of how many levels the planet needs to be terraformed before you can build on it. So maybe you only need to terraform planets that look like Saturn 1 level, but planets that look like Mars need to be terraformed 3 levels. So I'm probably going to go for the Saturn ones because they're cheaper for me to terraform. But that might be the perfect planet for the faction that Sean's planning, or the one that Mancy's playing. So it's great because I feel like you don't really get in each other's ways as a result. And the second mechanic that's just really cool about this game is the power resource. You have these power tokens that you can spend on a variety of things. but only if they're in bowl 3. They start in bowl 1, and you have to charge every power token in bowl 1 to bowl 2, and then you have to charge every single one in bowl 2 to bowl 3 before you can actually use them. And if you obtain any new power tokens, they always go to bowl 1. It's just like this really interesting mechanic that I think a lot of people like. So uh, I really liked it a lot. I really liked it. It was great to finally get it to the table and play it. Our friend Ben had it and he brought it. And as I said earlier, Terra Mystica and Gaia Project, they're largely the same game, but with just some differences. And now that I played them both, you might think that I would be ready to make a decision on which one to buy. Except a few years ago, they released a third game in the series called Age of Innovation, which some people say is like Terra Mystica 2.0. So now I had to play
Now you
that one first before I can make an informed decision. So
have to.
stay tuned. I'm hoping to play Age of Innovation sometime in the next couple months, and then I will have officially played all 3. I can make a decision on
So you
which
can
one
make
I'm
a
buying. But I'm
decision.
definitely buying one of them because I really like this game a lot. I really
feel
like
like
this
your
game a lot.
decision is. I feel like your decision's going to be. I need to buy all 3.
That is very
You
possible.
think so? Okay. Check it.
But then I
Or
just don't
each
know.
of us could get one,
Ooh, yeah, that's a great idea.
right?
I want my own credit for my
No.
own games, please.
No, not possible.
So
Uh.
the reason I was acting like that at the beginning is because this game almost caused a fist fight this weekend
Yeah.
because the fact is that Sean really wanted to play this game, like so much so, and our friend Ben was like, "I have it, but I'm not bringing it," and they were
Okay.
fighting. It was kind of funny,
No,
like.
this is not a
Was
real
he really
fight.
not
No,
gonna?
not a
Was
real
he
fight.
really
Not a
not
real
gonna
fight.
bring
No,
it?
he was
No,
just
no,
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 he was
not a
just
real fight.
joking. It wasn't
He
it wasn't a
he
real
was
fight.
trolling Sean so
He was
bad.
trolling.
And he's like, "No, I'm
Not
not bringing it." Sean's like, "No, you have to." And Ben's
You
like,
have.
"No, I'm not bringing it."
I'm
And
just not
it
gonna.
was so funny, like just
But
watching the back and forth on the text chain. That was just
but I
them going
knew he
back and
was
forth.
going to bring it
No,
because
he
he
was
had
gonna.
actually mentioned when I found out that he had it, he had mentioned it's like, oh, I actually would really want to learn how to play this game because
Yeah.
he hadn't played. It was on his shelf of shame. He hadn't played it yet either. So he was happy to actually play it finally and learn how to play it.
The best part was that it was Ben's game, and
Fun.
Sean taught us all how to play. So like Sean was like, he
You already
literally
knew.
opened the box, took the instruction manual out, and was like, "All right, this is how we play, guys." And it was so
Right.
funny. Just it was awesome.
I-
Like it was.
I watched a how to play video before, so
Yeah, no, it was
Okay.
just it was just funny, but like it was just funny to see the trolling back and forth on the text chain. But I had a blast. I really like this game. Out of Terra Mystica and Gaia Project, I like this one better. I think it's less fiddly. I really like the way everything worked. The problem that I ran into was that I couldn't terraform um other planets quick enough because again I was doing other things. My faction I guess was better if I was doing like Gaia projects throughout the solar system, so I was able to do it that way and do those quicker than anybody else, but that slowed me down from doing other planets. So but I had a blast. Like I said, I thought it was a lot less fiddly than Terra Mystica. I would gladly play this game again.
yeah. I know my
How-
wife will love. I know my wife will love this game, Manny. I think you'd really like this game too.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
so. I was gonna ask how heavy of a Euro game is it? Because I'm realizing I really like the heavy Euro games.
It's pretty heavy. I'd have to look and see what is rated on BGD, but it's definitely up there with like SETI and Arc Nova, kind of similar, maybe a
Two of
little
my
bit less
favorite.
than ours, but pretty similar difficulty level. So
Like it. Okay.
there's a lot going on.
Nice.
It's yeah, I would say, I mean, if you play Arc Nova, this is not a hard game to transition to.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple little rules you just got to follow, and again, it's not even that hard. It's just step by step. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would love this. You would love this game, Andy. It's a really good game.
Bet you would. So whatever one you buy, Sean, just to bring it
Yeah.
on over.
Look
And
forward
we could
to
probably talk my cousin Ed into buying the other ones.
look forward to I recently played for Age of Innovation sometime in the next few months.
Hey, it's on your favorite site there, so that's where we'll learn to play it.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
probably the easiest way to do it
There
because
we
I don't know anybody who owns it, so we're had to play it there.
Yep. All right, transitioning to mine now. Again, a new game that I got to play was Escape Plan. This is put out by Val Lacerda. Ian O'Toole is the designer. I mean, the artist. Oh my god, I can't talk tonight. And Eagle Griffin Games is the publisher. This was really fun. So the backstory of this game is that the team you're playing with, you all had this major heist, and you got all this money, and you stashed it all over the city. And the object is to collect as much money as you can and get out of the city before the cops and the FBI and everyone else lock it down. So
Yeah, 3 days.
you have, yeah, 3 days. And in those 3 days, you have 3 to 15. No, sorry, was it 9 to 15 turns? So there's like a morning, afternoon, evening, night, and then dawn. And depending on what you do and what special abilities you take, you might have 3 actions to take throughout the day, or you might have 5. It starts by everyone placing a tile in the city. So you have this one tile where everyone starts. They start off in the hospital. I don't know why. I think we all just decided to meet up at the hospital and hey, we're gonna meet up here. But you start off in the hospital, and then everyone places a tile around where they're touching, and it's got to touch the landscape. So if it's like a waterway, it's got to touch a water. If it's got like a park, it's got to touch a park, industrial stuff like that. And then after that, you can move, you can interact with things and stuff like that. So basically, if I go into a park setting, I can move throughout the tiles throughout the whole park. So if there's a park on this tile and there's these, and it's touching these 2 other tiles, I can move into the park and then move in that park for 1 movement point. However, the police and everyone else is looking for you. So any tile you go through, you have to then start it, not a combat. How would you say it, Sean? It was
Well,
like
you either avoid them or you
avoid them.
take damage.
Yeah, you
There's
avoid
no
them or take
combat.
damage. So you have to start like some sort of conflict with them, and then by doing it, you either have to resolve. You either take a wound, like Sean was saying, or you avoid them. And the way you avoid them is by using different tactics. Like you can get a helmet, a disguise. You can hire someone. But every time you do something that they don't like, it raises your notoriety. So as your notoriety goes up, they people and here's the cool mechanic. This is a kind of a fun thing, is that if if say my notoriety goes up above us, I think it's level 3, Sean, you, whoever else we're playing with, can start sending cops after me, so they can get them away from themselves and start sending them over to me, which then I have the problem, because now I have all these different cops surrounding me, and you guys are like, haha, I get to go wherever I want. And the other cool mechanic about this is that no one knows where you've hid your money. So you get this card at the beginning of the game, and it gives you all these rundowns, and it says you have 90,000 here, you have 50,000 here, you have whatever. And when you go visit those sites, so if like I have to go to the casino because I hid money at the casino, if I get to the casino, I can place my cube on the casino saying that I've been there and I've collected my money. So I don't actually have any money in my bank, in my hand, or whatever it is. And then the cool thing is that as the days progress, you get income. So now I have a little bit of money here that I'm finding that I'm collecting, so I can pay those people. Like I think Sean, you had a ninja that helped you escape something, and I could go in the sewers and something like that.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to get moving and escape things. And you have to plan. Oh, like escape plan. There's a reason why plan is in there, because you have to plan everything. And you have to plan for other things. Again, if I go up in the notoriety track, oh my God, Sean's sending people after me, because again, why wouldn't he? Like, why wouldn't he do that? Although there was a theme this weekend that Sean and Ethan kind of worked together, but we're gonna leave that alone. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, so there was actually so it was really fun. I would totally play it again. We played the very base game, and there's other parts which makes it asynchronous. So like each person has a special power. So it'd be really cool to see what those special powers are. So I'm really excited to play this game again.
Cool. Did Ethan bring it, or Ben.
This was Ben. Ben brought this game.
Oh, okay. Just
He
brings all
actually
the games.
learned it in like 1 hour and then taught it to us. Yeah, it was our camping weekend. So Ben
Nice.
brought it up, and then literally at what 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, got up out of bed, went outside and into the canopy, into the gazebo, and started learning, and like brought it out the game and started setting it up and learning it. So it was kind of cool. Like he learned it in an hour. We played it. We were done in like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 tops because of the teaching.
Yeah,
But it
all right.
was a lot of fun. Sean, I want to get your thoughts on it because like you played it.
Yeah, I liked it. I was telling my wife and kids about it afterwards, and they thought it sounded kind of interesting as well. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I like the one of the things I think was really interesting is that because like so many games, like there's everybody's kind of fighting over the same tracks. Like yours, like okay, do I want to do I want to go after like the one that's got the most money, just like everybody else is going to go after, or do I want to like let them fight over that and go after the second track? Well, in this game, everybody's got their own track. It doesn't, and you don't know what other people are going for it. So um, I like the fact that somebody would open up the casino, and I'd be like, I don't get anything from the casino. I need to go to the gym because that's where I stash all of my money. And there's definitely some strategy, and each day you place more tile. Everybody plays one more
Mm-hmm.
tile. So there's some kind of a little strategy in selecting your tile, and you're like, okay, I am very invested in making sure that this building is placed near me so I can get there quickly and get my cash from there. So
Nice.
yeah, I barely made it out. I was like the last person out
You were.
because if you don't escape, if you don't escape, then you just outright
You
lose.
lose. It's kind of
Yeah.
like Clank in that way, where it's just like, nope,
Yes.
sorry, you don't even get to count your points. Nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like Pulitzer, where
So
it's like a 2-hour game, 3-hour game, and then you don't get to count
Mm-hmm.
anything.
Nothing.
yeah.
We're not going to talk about who had that happen to them, but anyways, but yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And the one thing I forgot about the mechanic is that there are the tiles that have exit 1, exit 2, exit 3, and at the beginning of each day you flip 2 cards, and if 2 of the cards ever match, so like if you flip exit 1 and then an exit 2 on first day, and then on the next day you flip exit 1 and exit 3, exit 1 has already been found, so now the police lock down exit 1, so you can't get out that way. So now
Mm.
So
you
you
don't know
don't know which of the 3 exits is
Yeah.
the one that everybody has to go to
Everyone has
until
to
the
go
very
through.
last day.
Yep.
Cool.
And so it
I
was
have a
really
question.
Yeah, go for it.
Who designed this game?
Who designs this game? This
Yeah.
was Vital Lacerda.
Did you read them or no?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Was I spacing out?
You must have,
I
because I
must
did
you
the
were.
whole
have.
thing.
I really was like, no way he didn't read those.
I
I didn't
did.
hear any of them.
I did.
Wow.
I did.
I don't know what I was doing. I just like
Apparently,
blacked out there for.
apparently the designer of this game makes very complicated
Yeah.
games, and this
Yeah.
is apparently one of his easier games.
Yep. Yeah. Like his, like Ben was saying, is like 4.1, like 4.5 on Board Game Arena, and then like this was like a 3.8 or a 3.9. So yeah,
Oh.
it's and to be honest, I didn't even find it that difficult. It was just like trying to
Hard.
plan everything. I think that was the most difficult, because again, you have to avoid the police or you take wounds. And if you take so many wounds, you get arrested, and then you lose money at the end of the game. So it was a
Right.
lot of fun. I would totally play this game again. Actually, I kind of want to play this game. I don't know if I'd run out and get it myself, but I would really want to play this game again.
It sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It kind of sounds like Scotland Yard, except not as. I mean, just from listening to how like you
No,
have to
it's
go around a city, nothing like
Yeah.
Scotland Yard.
it's nothing
No.
like Scotland Yard.
Because that's a hidden role, a hidden movement thing. This
That's
is
a more
everyone
hidden
sees where
movement,
everyone's
yeah.
going. So
Right, but you don't know where the money is. So like, you know where your money is. You know where
Yeah.
other people's money is.
yeah, but you can't touch anybody else's money.
You can't
so-
touch anybody's money. Right.
No. Yeah.
Right.
Like the cool thing, like Sean said, is like as I place a tile, I get to choose what business is on that tile.
Mhm.
So I could put a safe house if it's got the safe house one, or I could put whatever these other businesses are. So
Mhm.
I might put, like Sean said, he needs to go to the gym, so he might put the gym. However, he doesn't want to give away where he really needs to go, because again, if that's his top one, people might want to move the police there. So
Right.
You might want to play like, oh, I really don't need this one, but I'm going to put this out on the same side, but then it might help someone else. So again, there's this whole bluffing aspect, but it's not really bluffing. It's just trying to
Right.
throw people off so you can get to your money faster.
Right.
So
And
it's
you can leave without getting all of your money.
Yeah.
You just try to get as much as possible before you leave.
yeah,
Got
and then
it.
whoever
Okay.
has the most money wins.
Right.
Yep.
Cool.
Very cool.
I
All
want to
right,
play.
Mandy, we're gonna switch over to yours now. Mandy,
All right.
you got to play what?
I played Pokemon trading card game. So, which is, I feel like everybody here's heard of this. But anyway, the designer, we're going to try this. Takumi Akabane and Tsunekazu Ishihara. The artists are Koichi Uyama and Hironobu Yoshida. The publisher, one of the many publishers, is the the Pokemon Company International. So I think if you've, been alive for the last 10 or so years, you've probably heard of this game. It's just a trading card game, much in the same way that Magic, I think, works. It works. I believe it works in a very similar way, but a much simpler way. So if you've played Magic and you've never played Pokemon, I think it's just I want to say a dumbed down version. It's just a much simpler version. You don't have to like get mana per se. You do it and tap things and use them. You attach energy to the Pokemon that you have fighting for you, who's up in the front, and you attach energy to them. And depending on how much energy they have attached, you can do damage to the other person and their Pokemon. And then every time you knock out one of the other person's Pokemon, you get a card, which is in your like. You have these 6 cards. I'm trying to think what they're called. They're not gifts, but they're prizes. They're so you can take a prize card if you knock out one of their Pokemon. And typically you have like extra Pokemon sitting on the bench behind the one that's fighting so that they can run up and take the place of the one that's fighting if they get knocked out. But if you have no Pokemon because they all got knocked out, or if you have no cards that you can take, the game ends. It was a pretty quick game. Like I think it's like 15-20 minutes if you know how to play. I had to be reminded how to play. I hadn't played it in a while since PAX, but I played it against my nephew, and he loves it. He has tons and tons and tons and tons of cards. Which, by the way, he said hi. He wanted to take over the podcast and just talk about Pokemon, and I told him he couldn't do that. But I did tell him I was going to be talking about this, so he was trying to give me all these tips and tricks on what to talk about, and I said I will say hi. So anyway, we played it, and it was great. He played his deck. I played the like basic. I have like a demo deck that I got from PAX. I played with the demo deck. I beat him once, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna play with my good deck now." And so he beat me. And so next time I'll use one of his decks. He has tons, but it's fun. And if you like a game where you can buy new things and get add-ons, and that's pretty much what this is. I mean, it's kind of like Magic, where you're always buying a new card, or you're always like there's new things series being put out there. So yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. I know Christina likes this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Christina collects Pokemon cards. She really
Yeah.
likes it. I've played it a couple times, so I'm familiar
Mhm.
with how the game works. I don't have any cards myself. Um,
Yeah.
did your nephew tell you to talk about how the cards have gotten to be astronomically expensive?
No, but he did say to not buy them. He said to buy them from game stores specifically. I don't know why. They're
Yeah,
less
it's
expensive
gotten
there, maybe.
ridiculous. Like, I mean, game stores
Yeah.
are like tacking on extra or
Yeah.
upping the prices. There's people out there like selling fake packs because it's gotten
Oh
just
my
ridiculous.
goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is absurd how, and I know Magic is similar. It's like certain Magic cards
Oh, Magic is
are
nowhere
like that.
near has Magic is. I mean, there's like some of the original Magic cards are worth a lot of money, but it is
Mm.
nowhere near the insanity that Pokemon has been in the last like 6 months to a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Just that little bit. That's
Yep.
interesting.
I
Because they've been
invested in
around
the
since
wrong.
like
I invested in the wrong TCG apparently.
you did. I think this is when I was looking up the info for it. I think it said it was like made in 1996. It wasn't,
Yeah.
it's been around for a while. I'm really surprised that it's only been the last 6 months to a year that it's really become crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Mm.
but it was good.
my
It was good. I
son
like it.
my son got a bunch of cards from someone, and he was like, "Oh, I don't." He likes to collect them, so I mean, he's collected a bunch of them
Yeah.
and everything. And there was this one card that he was like, "Well, I'm just gonna sell this, whatever." And he looked it up online. He's like, "Oh man," he's like, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "It's got a bend in it, like you could see the physical bend in it." And he's like, "Yeah, the whatever." And they still gave him like 80, $90 for it. I was like, "What?" And he's like,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Yeah, apparently brand like not brand new. Well, yeah, whatever you call it, like rating whatever
Right.
10 or whatever. It goes for like
Mint
four,
condition.
$500, and I was like, holy
Dang.
cow, yeah. So even like with this physical bend in it, like
Yeah.
they were giving him like
Decent
a lot of
money.
money. Yeah. So I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize how expensive or how popular these cards are. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's very popular. Yeah. It is a fun game. I will give it that. I've tried Magic. I do not like Magic. I've tried it so many times. I don't like it. I want to like it. I don't like it. This one I like, and I think it's a simpler sort of way to play. So I like that. But
Very
yeah,
cool. Very
good.
cool. All right, Sean, we're going to talk about one more recently played. Normally we do three, but because we had our games weekend this weekend, we're going to talk about one. And I'm going to I'll start, and
You're
then
letting me start kick this off.
so I'll do the whole created by stuff, and then I'll let you kick it off. So the game we're going to talk about, which I was super excited to play, was Twilight Imperium, the fourth edition. Corey Knizia, Dana Beltrami, Christian Peterson were the creators. It is the artist was Scott Schomburg, and Fantasy Flight Games was the publisher or is the publisher. So go ahead, Sean. I want you to kick it off.
Okay. So I mean, Twilight Imperium. If you are involved in board games at all, you've probably heard of this game. This game originally came out in 1995. It's now on its fourth edition. They've added plenty of expansions and factions and everything else. I have wanted to play this game for a very long time, but anytime you hear about this game, people say it takes 12 hours, which is a little bit daunting. And I didn't want to buy a game that I wasn't going to be able to convince anybody to play. And so I just kind of figured I was probably never going to play this. And then somewhat spontaneously, our friend Ethan, who came up this past weekend, decided to buy a copy. And the four of us were going like, great, we've all wanted to play. Let's give it a try. So we all made sure to watch videos ahead of time. I think I watched a couple videos 3 times, and I was still like, I don't know if I've got it. It's got a bit of a steep learning curve to get into it, but yeah. So four of us, so it goes up to six. We had 4 people playing, and it took us just under 8 hours to finish it. So I definitely understand why if we'd had 2 more players, it would have been 12 hours. But I have to say, like, it did not feel like an 8 hour game. Like there's
Nope.
like games where I've played that would, like, 2 to 3 hour game, where by the third hour I'm like, oh my gosh, when is this gonna be? Is it gonna be over? This does not feel like like it was an 8 hour game. We were all engaged the whole time. Nobody had their phones out except to look up things when we were confused. Um, Everybody was into it. It was a fantastic experience. I absolutely want to play it again. We were ready to play it. If we hadn't had to leave the next day, we would have played it again the next day.
Yeah, it was it. I say that I've entered the Twilight Imperium nerddom because and I've read before we played. I was reading up on it and everything else because I wanted to make sure that I knew how to play. And a lot of people would say once you play it, you're going to get addicted, and you're going to want to play it again and again. And they were completely right. I really like this game. I loved how we all played. Um, it's how do I describe it? Like again, like Sean said, it was we were all engaged. Everyone had like there's not a lot of downtime in between
Mm.
turns. Like you might have that turn where you're thinking of doing something and you're like oh, and then someone does something, so it kind of throws your plan off a little bit. But there was times where these strategy cards where you play a strategy card similar to like Earth or uh roll for the was it roll for the galaxy where someone does the top and then everyone gets to do the bottom. So they're like these strategy cards. So like I get this big thing and then everyone can do this, minor little thing if they do X. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, the game starts off slower because again, well, for us it started off slower because we were learning it. So and it was a lot of like, how do we do this? How do we do that? Okay, this works, that works. But as the game progressed, it's one of those things that you get.
It starts to ramp up.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's much like Catan. It's like as soon as somebody gets 10 victory points, the game will, that person wins, game over. And it was 3 hours before the first person somebody got their first victory point.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I mean, as is the case of this thing, then all of a sudden everybody starts getting victory points, and it kind of started ramping up pretty quickly after that. Sean, do you know what my favorite moment in the game was?
Go ahead, say it. Say it now.
So Sean had taken over the center planet called Mechatol Rex, and he had a pretty sizable fleet there to defend his planet. And my faction had a special ability, like so everybody's faction has abilities, and they also have a flagship that has special abilities. And my flagship, because I was basically playing like clones, like a clone army. My flagship, if it blew up, it destroyed everything in that entire sector. So I said, "Hey, Sean, I'm going to move just my flagship into your sector, just a flagship. That's all." And so I was like, "Oh no!" And everybody else thought that was a great move. They were very entertained,
And
because I wanted him to blow my ship up so I could blow up his entire fleet. And Sean, what did you do? Like a coward,
no,
what did you do?
Listen. Self-preservation, okay? It was funny because like 3 turns.
He ran away like a coward. He fled. He played an action card that let him retreat.
So Sean, when he was playing his turn, we're all trying to do, because our factions each have special abilities and whatever, and each of our units, our big units, has a special ability as well. And Sean, probably about 3 turns before that, goes, "Oh," and we're like, "What?" He's like, "I've been reading my flagship wrong. It says everyone dies." And then 3 turns later, he moves in. Had he not done that, I would have taken it out because again, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But he moved it in.
For some reason, I misread it, and I thought that if it blew up, then it just blew up all my ships, and I was like, "Well, that sucks. I don't really want to build it." And then people were talking about their flagship, and I was looking. I was like, because I assumed it was like, oh, my flagship must be really good, but to balance it, it destroys. And I'm looking, and it's like, wait, my flagship doesn't have very good stats. It's pretty much the same as everybody else's. What makes it so good? And then I reread the ability. It's like, oh, every ship in the sector, not just my ships.
Not your ship.
Well, maybe I should build this after all.
Yeah.
Nice.
It,
what hour was that you did this?
That was
that was actually the round that the end game ended, because
by
that point, I ended up winning the game. I had several avenues to get the last few points I wanted, and one of the things is I had a special secret objective that if I blew up somebody's flagship, I would get a victory point. So I wanted Sean. So Sean had his flagship in that sector. So I moved mine in because I was like, I wanted him to blow my flagship up, so my flagship would blow up his flagship, and I would then get a point. But he ran away. That's right. I had other ways to get points, so it worked out. It still worked out for me.
Yeah. So the other cool part about it, and again, this is the reason it kind of kicks up a little bit on why it's a little more lengthy, is that getting points is a little hard, starts slow, but then once the center planet Mechatol Rex opens, once someone takes that over, it opens up a whole diplomacy thing where now you draw the top card of this diplomacy deck, and then you're voting on these laws and edicts that say, like, if like the first one we had was that anybody who's got the the war sun, if everyone votes on this yes, then everyone gets access to their war sun without having to research it, and it loses this ability. Well, Ben was the only one that had a War Sun, and that ability basically kept us all in check. Because again, we couldn't go because all of a sudden he could just take the War Sun and just wipe out a whole sector. So that being said, we were kind of going back and forth about what to do. And again, that's where like the negotiations happen. Like, if I vote this way, what are you going to do for me? If I vote that way, what are you going to do for me? Type thing. So it worked out that, and Sean and Ethan sat on one side of the table. Ben and I sat on the other. And Sean and Ethan, I don't know what happened, just because they were on the same side or whatever, they came to like a mutual understanding that I was their target.
No.
I
We
think
didn't get
that's mutual understanding in every game.
Yes, exactly.
You're the
Thank you, Mandy.
target.
No,
That wasn't just for that game.
Ethan and I, kind of from the start, we just didn't get each other's way. We just kind of both kind of did our own thing. No, I believe who was the first one to shoot? Who fired the first shots
Ben.
there?
Ben,
No,
Ben,
it's not Ben. No, Sean fired shots and blew up one of my ships so you could get a victory point. And I was like, oh, it's on. And then, quite surprising to everyone, he decided to take a pot shot at Ethan, who was amassing forces.
Well-
So, in both cases, you fired the first shot, and you then got what you deserved, my friend.
I didn't lose it. Hey, I didn't lose any planets, and I didn't lose any units. So I'm still good. I didn't lose anything.
Nope, you just lost the game.
I just lost the game. No, it was a lot of fun. Again, I really want to play it again. I can't wait to play it again. And I would love to get a 6-player game going. I told Sean that the
Who's buying it? That means
It
yes,
ain't
he's
cheap.
buying it.
It ain't.
I
Yeah,
know,
it's
but-
$150.
Woo!
I thought it was more. I thought it was more like 200.
Ethan, when he bought it from the place, it was 150, but online it's like 180.
Mm.
Excuse me. I really, part of me wants to get it. But I just don't want it to sit on my shelf. I want to get it and I want to play it. And I told Sean that when the basement is done, which again, the flooring's done. Now they just got to finish up the walls and stuff. And then I get to get the game. It's getting closer. That I really want to have like another day where we go down and play it. Again, if someone's available to play for about 7, 8, 9 hours, let's go for it. And
so Manny, I think Ed would really enjoy this. I definitely would think we could get your cousin Ed to play.
It sounds like an Ed game.
Would you be willing to spend an entire day playing one game?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I don't mind the time commitment as long as it's a fun game. That doesn't bother me.
It's a lot of fun. And we stopped at certain points. Like we didn't play 8 hours straight. It was actually 7 hours and 52 minutes. We timed it. We stopped for lunch.
You were also learning.
Yeah, we were also
and
learning.
You were learning.
So like, it was 4 of us. Yeah.
So I think I think it's like, I mean, we all went into it with like very good natured. There was some swearing, but it was all like friendly, good natured swearing.
Oh yeah, yeah. And for the most part, like I was telling Sean and Ethan at the end, like, had they teamed up on me, I know it's part of the game, so I'm not mad. If something like that happens, I'm not mad because again, it's part of the game. Had all 3 of them teamed up on me, I would take it a little more personal. However, but because there was little like, I'll help you, you help me. Like Ben and I were kind of like had an uneasy alliance. Like we both knew one of us would screw the other one when the opportunity came. So we had an uneasy alliance. Like, hey, I need this to get a point. And he's like, well, I need this to get a point. Okay, fine. If we do these, like I'll pull out of this planet, you pull out of that planet, and then we move in, we'll each get a point. So that'll help each one of us out. So we'll do that. Me taking a shot at Ethan was because he literally had a whole armada sitting outside the major planet. And I'm like, if I can take one of them out, that'll slow him down just enough where I can then maybe build up again. And like I said, shooting at Sean was just, I had a thing where if I shot my cannon and took him out, like that's where I got the point. So I had to take the shot. But
I just want to emphasize that.
Yeah, it was me.
Again, it was in both cases. This was Sean firing the first shot.
Yes, it was. It was me. It was me. But excuse me. But yeah, it was a blast. I can't wait to play this again. I want to play it again. Like I said, I can't wait to get the basement table set up so I can again, I've thought about buying it in the past, and I'm just like, I just don't want it to sit on my shelf. Like
Mm.
I bought,
It's a hard one to get to the table all the time if it's
yeah,
that long.
yeah.
Yeah.
But again, if it's one of those things where everyone comes over at 10 in the morning and has some
Yeah.
sort of understanding how to play, you can get it done in a day, and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I've heard people
Yeah.
play it in like 4 hours. Like people have played like a 6-player game in like 4 hours. But I'm
Wow.
wondering if that, again, they've played it so many times that they're just like boop 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 boop, all
Do
done.
they
Let's
not
go.
talk? Are they not like allowed to talk? They're
No, they can
no
talk.
conversing.
A lot of times, again, the most time that the thing that you add to it is when you're doing the diplomacy stuff. That's, I guess,
Mm.
part of the longer
Debate,
one.
debating
Yeah.
the agendas.
Yeah. But
Oh,
again,
okay.
yeah. But I don't
Gotcha.
want to go too much longer on this because again, we still have the rest of our segments to get to. But yes,
This is
this
just
is
recently played.
this is the recently played still. Yes, so we haven't even got to our natural segment. But yes, this is one that I cannot wait to play again. I know Sean, you're excited to play it again. So
Definitely.
yeah, this is pretty. I'm pretty ready to go. All right,
Yeah.
so now our segment for the night is party games. Dun, da, da.
Sean,
Yes, sir.
since we
Yay.
just spent half an hour talking about recently played, do we want to skip the honorable mentions?
Yeah, we'll skip the honorable mentions because we have the other ones. But actually,
Mm.
what we're going to do is I'll just give the three. We're just going to list the three, and then we're just going to go on, and we're not going to really
Yeah.
discuss them. But yeah, so we're going to talk about party games now. Again, with the being the 4th of July weekend and everyone getting together for parties, these are games you can play outside, you can play inside, watch the fireworks, and have a good barbecue and whatever you're going to do. These are games that you can totally just have fun with, and just get a bunch of people together. So
Yeah.
that being said, we're going to start with our first honorable mention really quick is One Night Werewolf. As if you know it, it's a really fun game. Played on an iPad, on a phone. It's a really fun, quick game. It takes 5 minutes. So again, you can play multiple games of this. One, one to two, three people are the werewolf. Everyone else is trying to figure out who they are. If you've played it, it's a fun game. They actually have the Ultimate Werewolf, where they add a whole bunch of stuff to it, a whole bunch of expansions. Totally check it out. That's our first one we're going to talk about. Our second one was Scattergories, which I hate this game. Our family
I
fights over this
love
game.
this game.
Oh, I hate this
Love
game.
it. Oh,
I
we
love.
fight over it,
What's that?
but
Yeah, we
we
fight
fight
over it too.
over it.
We fight over it
Yeah.
too. Because again, like I'll put like name an animal and it's an R, and I'm like Red Robin, and like that's
No, you
no.
can't add an adjective. That's not
But
not part of it.
so yeah, so this one's a fun game. You can play a ton of players on this. It doesn't be like it's not like a hard stop limit. You could play up as many people as you have paper and pens for. So this is a fun game to play. If you've never played it, it's literally you get a category and you're getting the alphabet to try to figure out what's in those categories, and birds, places to eat, stuff like that. So such a fun game, such a great fun party game. And our last one is Codenames. Codenames, if you've never played it, again, you're on teams, you're trying to figure out, you're trying to get the other person to figure out the pictures or
Cards.
the words without saying the word itself, and having them choose it. And then, I'm kind of massacring this because we play this so much. We play the Disney one.
No, it's hard. Oh, that would be good. We
It's,
play pictures. We always play the pictures one.
do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It's pretty basic though. It's a simple, like, you got to figure out what your team is talking about, and they have one word that they are allowed to tell you.
yeah, one word
Kinda
and then a
thing.
number. They could say like blue
Right.
2.
How many?
Yeah.
Right.
So you have to figure out what two blue things they're pointing at, or they're talking about. That's
Right.
on the list of 20 to, or is it 20? No, 16 to 25 cards that are on the table. So
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah.
so these are our three that a lot of people will always bring out and play. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to talk about the ones that we personally enjoy. So we're gonna start off tonight. We're gonna start with Sean. Sean, you are bringing out. I love this game, by the way. Go ahead.
That's Not a Hat, designed by Casper Lapp. The artists were Maria Anna Paola and Easy Draws It, and it was published by Ravensburger. So That's Not a Hat is one of those simple games you can bring to a party or play with kids. And generally, everybody's going to laugh playing it. Every time we've played it, everybody's just laughing hilariously through it. So everybody starts with a card that's face up with a simple object on it. It could be a shoe or a television or flower. something is easily recognizable. Everybody knows. The first player will draw a new card and then flip the card that they started with face down, and then pass it to the left or the right, depending on the arrow on the back of the card. And they'd say what it is. So I'd be like, I'm passing you a shoe. And then whoever gets it uh, kind of does a similar thing. They take the card they started with, flip it over, and then they pass it saying, I'm passing you the television. Now, it starts simple like that because everybody's cards are face up. Everybody's seen them. But eventually, all the cards are being passed are face down. And you can't pass the card you just received. You always have to pass the card that you already had. And that is the chaos of the game because it is so easy to forget what you had because you're paying attention to what everything else is getting, and then suddenly it gets to you, and you have to move this other card that's been sitting in front of you for 10 minutes, and you're thinking, crap, what was this card? So then you pass it, and you would say like, I'm passing you a piece of bread. And then the person you're passing to has to decide if they think you're bluffing or if you recognize it correctly or remember it correctly. And if they can call, if they think you're bluffing, that you're lying, they can call you out. Then you reveal the card, and whoever was correct gets the card. If the person who passed it was correct, um, they get the card. If the person who called it out was correct, and then they get it. And then you keep going. And we've had so many laughs playing this game. Like I said, I've played with adults and kids, and it doesn't matter how old you are. Everybody's memories has short-term memory problems playing this game. It's a lot of fun. It's super easy. It comes with a small box, and everybody. It's very easy to teach, and everybody I've played with has had a good time. Has really enjoyed playing it.
Fun.
You brought this up to the camp with your family last year, and we had a blast playing it. I remember it's like the way they describe it is that you're giving gifts to either the person on your right or your left. So you say, this is a hat or this is whatever, and you're supposed to say thank you if you accept it, or that's when you say no. So I remember like us saying thank you, and then you're like, oh Sean, this is a cone, and you're like thank you. So it was like I remember saying like, and you can't give a gift that you just got because you can't re-gift that way. It's very rude.
Yeah.
Rude.
It's very rude. So we had a blast with this, and Allison went out and got it for me, I think, for Christmas that year. So it was such a fun game. It's such a fun game, and
Does it play better with the more people you have?
It definitely. I think it was probably about a limit. Like I feel like we've played with like 7 or 8, and that's probably a good number.
It
Yeah,
plays
it looks
3
like
to 8.
3 to 8. Yeah, but I bet you it's better with the more people because the more people that go around, it's harder to remember what you have.
You do.
Yeah.
You definitely want to have more people because it makes it a lot more fun and
No, you
and
don't.
chaos.
No, you don't, because then I can't remember what everyone has. So the less
Yeah.
people I
Right,
can kind of
right.
have
Oh.
remembering. I can kind of remember. No, it's no, it's better to have a lot more players. It's great. So, all right, we're gonna switch over to the next one, which is mine. No, actually, it's Mandy's. Mandy.
Ooh, me.
It's
Oh,
you.
this is Muffin Time. So,
What is this?
Muffin Time. It's a great game, but I don't. The designer just said NA, so I don't know who the designer is.
No, nobody designed
But
it. Just
nobody. It just appeared one day. The artist is Thomas Ridgewell, and the publisher is Big Potato Games. So one of my cousins had this game and introduced it to us, and it is so fun and so ridiculous. And it could take anywhere from like, I swear to you, like hours or like 10 minutes. You don't know. So everybody, the goal is to to start your turn with 10 cards. That's all in your hand. There are 3 different types of cards. There's red cards, which are trap cards. There's blue cards, which are like the action cards, and then there's green ones, which can negate action cards. So they're like counters. But the real fun is really in the trap cards because if you have a trap card, you're allowed to put it down face in front of you so you could have 3 trap cards at a time sitting down in front of you, and there'll be silly things like the next person to hum or sing. Like you just all of a sudden, if somebody hums or sings, you just flip over the card and be like, haha, caught you. You have to take whatever 5 cards or whatever it says on the card you have to do. And so we've had it like ping pong, where I remember my sister-in-law, it was one big group, and she like I think she swore or something, or no, she said something, and I forgot what, but Evie got her in that, and she's like, haha, like that's, I got you in that trap, and then she's like, and she swore, and I was like, haha, you swore, I got you in that because I had a trap for that, and it was
That's awesome.
fantastic. Like everyone is laughing so hard. You can play it with, I don't know if there's a limit. You can just play it with so many people because it's just this big stack of cards, and every turn you just either play a card or take a card. That's it. So you want 10 cards, you just keep taking cards every turn, one, and after 10 turns, theoretically, you'll have enough. The thing is, when you get 10 cards in your hand at any time, you have to yell Muffin Time. So everyone knows that you now have 10 cards, and then everybody will try to screw you over and make it so you don't. And you have to have exactly 10 cards. Like if you have 11, it doesn't count. You don't win. So
So that's why you get the extra cards. I get it now. Got it.
so you need exactly 10. So sometimes it's bad to get cards, sometimes it's good to get less cards. It's constantly evolving. It's great. So fun. My kids love it. They beg to play this game. And actually my other cousin bought it and left it here, so now we have it. So well, we're borrowing it. He borrowed one of my games, I borrowed this.
I'll be over
But it's
Sunday.
really fun.
This sounds really fun.
There you go. Yeah,
As I'm
it
driving
is really
back,
fun.
as I'm driving back from New Hampshire, I'll stop by.
You should do it.
This sounds really fun. This sounds a lot of
Mhm.
fun. Like this sounds like
It's weird. I've never heard
chaos.
anybody else talk about this
I,
game,
I never even
I've
heard
never
of it.
but
heard of it before.
they have it at the board game cafe, the Castle up in Beverly. They have it there, which is where I would take my kids, and I taught them there. But like I had a cousin that had it, and my other cousin bought it. So that's the only places I've ever heard of it. Never heard anybody else talking about it.
Hmm.
But it's really good. It's really fun.
Sounds chaos. Just
It's
massive chaos.
super chaos, and it is so annoying when you're like, I have 10 cards, like, and everybody's just trying to mess you up.
So cool.
Yeah.
That would be one that would be played at my house.
Yeah, I bet
Hmm.
you your family would like that a lot.
I'm
Yeah.
leaving after this podcast to drive up to New Hampshire. I
Yeah.
do have to go by Saugus, so maybe I might have to make a stop and see if maybe someone has it. I don't know. Maybe
Maybe
we'll
they
see.
have
We'll
it.
see. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
An excuse to buy a
There
new
you go.
game, right, Sean?
Any excuse. I mean, we're
Any
having the whole family up this weekend, so and this would be a game
Oh, this would be a really
this
good
would be a
Good
one.
one.
And
fun
it's
game.
not, as far as I can tell, like I haven't seen any cards that are like inappropriate for kids or anything like that. Like it's the most is like the swearing one. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you caught someone swearing, like, and that, but
Yep.
you know,
Oh yeah. No. That.
um,
Yeah. No. This.
it's
All right.
really
I
good.
might have to make a pit stop on the way up. That sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. If you need to, I was gonna say if you drive by our house, I could lend it to you. I'm lending my cousins, but Ed, it's
Yeah.
fine.
I'll be very careful with it. I promise.
There you go.
All right, we're going to switch over to mine now, which we've never talked about ever on this podcast at any point at all, ever. I mean, this is a brand new
Never.
game. Never.
What is
Never.
that?
I
Never
don't,
seen
I
it.
don't, I don't recognize that game.
So, if you've listened to our podcast before, you'll notice Blood on the Clocktower. This was created by Stephen Medway. Michaela Dawn, Aidan Roberts, John Van Fleet, and Grace Van Fleet are the artists, and Pandemonium Institute is the publisher. Again, this is one of those games you can play with 6 to 20 players. They say you can play with more, but again, it gets a little too chaotic at that point. Again, I haven't seen it played any more than 12. Actually, I'm sorry, 13. Basically, it is one of those social deduction hidden role games where there's a demon that is unaliving people at night, and during the day he or she or they are hiding amongst you, trying to figure out who they should unalive on the next night. And meanwhile, everyone else is trying to figure out who that demon or that imp or whoever it is, asking questions, lying, cheating, stealing. No, I'm just kidding. They're basically trying to figure out who that person is and if they have any help that's helping them out each night. And it's such a fun game. I got to recently, actually just a few days ago, I got to go back to the Arlington after school program. They had their end of the year celebration, and they were running it at one of the people's houses, and I went over there with my daughter Becca, and we got to play, and it is always chaos when they play. It is so fun watching them play. Again, we only play the base game because we only play about once every couple months, and we only play like 1 to 2 games because I just let them go. They just have such a fun game with this. I let them figure out who's doing what and who's doing who or whatever. Um,
Mhm.
it is such a fun thing to watch them just struggle and argue with each other. It is such a fun game. If you like the argument, you like the social deduction, this is totally a game. Like I said, the really cool thing about this, again, we talked about One Night Werewolf earlier. That's app driven. This is run by someone, and the cool thing about it is that the person that's the storyteller can kind of sway things depending on how they made the game, how they set up the game, and everything else. So it's a really cool thing because they can keep it kind of even if they can. And that's what I find really fun about this game because, again, in One Night Werewolf, if someone says something wrong, it's kind of like game over, whatever. But this one
Mm.
here, you can kind of have some fun. Like the storyteller can kind of help people keep it even, so it doesn't feel like someone's getting frustrated.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's such a fun game. Again, we've never talked about this ever on our podcast.
No.
Um,
Yeah. Where have
um,
you heard about this game? This is such a new. Never heard of it.
yeah, no,
So fresh.
it's so fresh. No, I really enjoy this game. Um, I'm always down for running it. I'm always up for playing it. I have to learn how to do. There's the other expansions which make it a little bit harder, so I have to learn how to do those. But it's such a fun game, and
Mm.
yeah, this is a top party game for people that I know. So it's such a great game.
Mm.
So all
I'm
right,
willing to play it with you guys, even though it's social deduction. I'll do it.
yep, you have to
Um,
lie. You might have to lie. Might
Wasn't that your least favorite type of game,
the
Mandy?
lying,
yeah,
the lying.
the lying. I'm terrible at it.
And just make sure that you're a villager then. You don't have to
Yeah,
lie.
got to be a villager.
All right. Well, again, all the villagers have powers. So again, it's not like a One Night Werewolf where
True.
some person's
We're
just
just
sitting there going,
yeah.
"What do I do?" No, everyone has a power. So, all right,
Cool.
Mandy, we're gonna bring it back to you now.
Oh, look at me
We're
too.
gonna talk about your
Oh yeah.
second game.
So this is Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. This one is the designer is Dave Campbell, artist is Dave Campbell and Audie Tam, and the publisher is Dolphin Hat Games. If you have played this game, you know that you need to take off all rings before playing this game. It is so dangerous to play this game with rings. But anyway, it's if you haven't played this game, it's a very simple kind of slapjacky sort of game. You go around the table. Everybody has a deck in front of them that is face down. You don't know what any of your cards look like, and everybody flips over a card, puts it down. Whoever starts says taco. The next person says cat. The next person says goat, and you putting cards down as you go. If your card matches what you said, everybody slaps the deck, and the last person to slap the deck has to take all the cards that are underneath it. Um, you want to get rid of all your cards. That's the intent. There's a few fun little cards in here. Yep, there's narwhal.
Narwhal.
Narwhal, sorry, narwhal, where you have to go like this and then slap.
You have to make
There's
the narwhal thing on your forehead with your hands. Yep.
yep, and then there's gorilla, where you have
Gorilla.
to go
Yeah,
like
you
this
have to
and
beat your
slap.
chest.
And then there's groundhog,
It's
where you have
groundhog
to
where you have to
do the
knock on the
table.
table.
Yeah, inevitably, I don't care which one comes up. It doesn't matter. It'll be it's usually gorilla. Like one of us will be like, they're like, no,
You
like which
forgetting which
one?
one to
You just
do.
do all of them. I usually am like, and I'm the last one every time. I'm terrible in this game. I lose so badly. My oldest daughter is usually the winner. She never takes cards. I don't know how she does it, but it's a very very simple game. Don't play with rings because you will get hurt. Maybe cut your fingernails too. It's it's a very active game. Yeah, but it's fun. It's kind of maybe there's a limit because you have to have a deck of cards, but like
Yeah.
it's a lot of people. I don't know. You can play with a lot of people, and it's pretty simple. You just gotta have a table where everybody can reach.
There's
Yeah.
one more rule about when you play this game.
What's that?
Don't play on a glass
No.
table. I'm not going to say
Did you do
how we
that?
learned that one, but you don't want to play on a glass picnic table.
Yeah.
Not a good thing.
Oh,
So,
oh, like a glass. Yeah, I
yeah,
know what you're
the
talking
glass
about. One
top
of those things.
picnic tables. Yeah,
Yep.
that's not a good thing
We
to
used to
play
have
on
one of
at
those.
all. We're not going to say how we learned that
No.
one, but yes.
It's really funny because you don't think by looking at this game it's going to be all that aggressive, but it
Yep.
really is.
Oh yeah.
It's a very aggressive game. It's a lot of slapping and trying to do it quickly because you want to try to beat people.
Yep.
So
Yep. Sean,
yeah,
have you played this?
Yes. Because we mentioned in the podcast, like
we did
one
early
of the
on.
first, one early on, and I
Yeah,
mentioned I hadn't played it before, and so yeah, we
we made
played
you.
it. Yeah.
Like we're playing it, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a great game. It's such a fun
I
game.
love it.
It's so
And that
easy.
and did you? They have. I haven't played it, but they have big ones now where the
Yeah.
cards are like humongous.
You were
I
telling me.
kind of want to. I kind of want to, for no reason. I want to just play with really big cards.
And they
I
have,
don't know how that would change things.
yeah, and they also have like the other one, like they have like a Christmas edition or a holiday
They have a Chris.
edition, and they have, yeah,
Yep, it's a moose. There's a moose in it.
yeah.
Uh,
It's so,
yeah, and then they have different things you have to do. Like it's not if you get a special edition one, it's not narwhal. It's
yeah.
I don't know reindeer. Maybe you have to go like this or something.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't know.
I've played other ones. We actually when we were in Canada, we bought or maybe it was my brother. One of them, somebody that was with us, bought the French version, and it's different. They had like a beaver. Like everything's in French though, so we were
Wow.
like forcing everybody to say everything in French. It was fun. Um, but it was I
Le
forgot what they
fromage.
were. Right?
Les
Fromage.
chats.
I don't remember what they were, but maybe the cat was in there. But they didn't have. They might have. I think they had cheese. I don't think they had pizza though, and I think it was different. Moose was definitely one of them because it's Canada. So
It makes sense.
I think beaver was in there. Yeah, it's fun.
That is all right. Yeah, we're gonna have to find that one. I want to see. I want
Yeah,
to see the Canadian one. Bring back to my
yeah.
heritage.
I think it was my brother. I'll have to have him take a picture, send it over.
My cousins keep asking me to come up, so maybe I might have to go up and bring this. Get them to play.
Oh, there you go.
So it'll be
Yeah.
kind of fun. All right, so we're gonna bring it back to my game now. Escape from Iron Gate. The creator is Theo Hogland, and the publisher is the Escape Game. Basically,
Huh.
it is a major party game. Everyone is stuck in this prison called Iron Gate, and the way you escape is that you have to collect certain cards that let you move from one section of the jail to the other part of the jail to the other part of the jail to dig your tunnel out and get yourself out. And you basically are trading commodities. You're trading like clothes, soap. Man, I can't remember. There's a whole mess load of things that you have to get, and like you need a soap and you need a piece of bread or something, and then you can move on to the next one. You have to trade them in. Now, here's where the fun part gets in. You have one of two ways to get cards. There's this one card that you pull out, and it's a puzzle card. So you have one round. So however many people are playing, you have from the end of your turn to the beginning of your turn to figure out that puzzle. And then you have an action card, which you can pull a card, and then it says you either have to act or draw. And then what happens is that you act or draw one of these three items. If it's easy, medium, or hard. If it's easy, and you act out, so like say I had to act out gorilla and I had to bang my chest, and that's the easy one. Whoever's the first person to get it, um, with you, you both get like a certain value of card. And then if it's a medium one, you get to choose between these two cards that come out. And if it's a hard one, you get to look at these other special cards that you need to get out later on in the game, and you get to add them to your hand. And then you choose one, and you hand the other person the other one. And the same thing. So it's basically you're working with this other person or you're working with the group to try to get these cards into your hand so that way you can escape. Now, the way you figure out which one you're taking is you roll the dice. And if it's got like two A's, then you do that. And if it's got two P's, then you take the puzzle card and so on and so forth. The problem is that when you get to the end, and if you're in the warden's area trying to get out and you only need like two or three cards or like even one card, people are a little less helpful because again, they don't want to help you get out, but they still need the cards so they can move on. So there's a little bit of an incentive, but then also if you're in certain areas together, you can trade cards. Well, if I'm in the warden section and Mandy's in the warden section, I don't want to necessarily trade cards with her because again, I don't want her to escape. So
Hmm.
um it's such a fun game. And again, it's one of those where, again, you have to act or draw or figure out a puzzle. And the puzzles are like brain teasers. So um, it's such a fun game. It's such a fun party game that again, trying to escape from prison by working together with other inmates is such a fun game. And I think
So
it
I'm
plays.
noticing,
Oh, go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm noticing a
Uh-oh.
a theme
Uh,
with your games. So you had escape something or other,
escape plan.
escape plan, escape. I'm just gonna text Allison real quick, and I'm just gonna give her a little heads up. Don't mind me. Just
uh,
yeah.
there's no felonies committed recently, so we're safe. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't need to escape from prison, and I don't need to escape from the cops right now. However, if there is a
Yeah.
knock, I might be quiet for a little bit. So, uh,
You did say you're going to be in New Hampshire with all your family, so maybe that's what you're hoping to escape from.
yes, definitely,
Maybe
definitely.
that's it.
That may be, yeah.
This is all
That might
subliminal
be true by
messaging.
Sunday. By Sunday, that might be true. Yeah.
This Sunday I'll be like riding up to Canada to visit my cousins.
Right. There
Um,
you go.
but in all serious,
I did get a chance to play this game with you
yep,
years ago, but it's really fun.
yeah.
I really liked it.
It's a lot of fun. It's such a
Yeah.
it's such a fun little game. And again, we could play. I think it was up to 10 players. It's like 3 to 10 or something like that. So it's such a fun little game. It's not very popular. Not so many people know about it.
Yeah.
But if you get a chance to play it, it's such a fun game. It's
So
such a fun.
I had heard about this game because I followed the Escape game, which is a group that puts out escape rooms.
Really?
They're like a big company that they do escape rooms, and so I was following them on social media for a long time. And then they kept when they were putting out this game, they kept talking about like we're gonna have a game, we're gonna have a board game. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be amazing. And I just never really like pulled the trigger to get it. But you said you had it, and I'm like, oh, you got to bring it, and it was really really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
But
it's a lot of fun.
I mean, just to put a plug in for them, they're very good escape room people. They do a good escape room. They have
That,
them all over. I think there's actually some in Boston now.
oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I
Or
again,
We'll
Maybe
check 'em out.
Linfield.
okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to go check it out then because this is such a great
Gotta.
game, and I would love to give them business because
Yeah.
it was such a fun game.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're gonna move over to Sean's second game now. Which, go ahead, Sean.
Skull, designed by Herv Marley. The artists are Rose Kippick and Thomas Varcheks. Published by Lou Meme. So the game Skull, which is also called Skull and Roses, has actually been around for a long time. My understanding is that it started as a bar game in the Caribbean or someplace like that, and then eventually somebody decided to turn it into a proper board game. So it comes with enough tiles for 6 people to play, and I actually bought a second copy so we can get 12 to play. It's really easy to just combine the boxes and get extra people. This is one of those games that can easily handle a large number of people playing, and definitely becomes more fun the more people you have. So each person gets 4 tiles, 3 with flowers, 1 with a skull. At the start of the game, everybody places one of those tiles face down in front of them, so only they know what it is. Then the starting player can either place a second tile down or start bidding. Uh, once somebody bids, then it switches to just bidding. Everybody has to bid, and it keeps going around until everybody's passes and somebody's has the highest bid. Now, what are you bidding for? You are bidding to see how many flower tiles you can flip over without flipping a skull. So the person who won the bid has to start with their own tiles, and then they get to choose other people's tiles and trying to gauge how much they trust the people at the table and trying to predict if they have a flower or skull down. If they successfully get all flowers, then they win. But if they get any skulls, then they lose. They have to discard one of their 4 tiles. And if you happen to lose all 4 of your tiles, then you're out of the game. And the first person to get all flowers twice is the overall winner. This is one of those games that's really simple to play and learn. We have taught it to tons of people who don't play board games or are not interested in playing board games. But this is one that we're like I think you guys will like this, and I have not yet had a group of people play this and not enjoy it. There's always a lot of laughing, and there's like a lot of like it's especially fun with people who know each other because they'll look at each other and be like, oh, I know I can't trust you, so I'm going to trust that person instead. And then inevitably that person has a skull, and they're like, what? I thought I could trust you. So and it comes it's just a fun it's just a fun game. I actually brought it to family reunion. I got a bunch of cousins to play it, who cousins who don't play board games, and they all had a lot of fun. It comes in a small box and travels well, and it's just a great party game that keeps people laughing and engaged. So that is Skull. Highly recommend
Yeah,
it.
it's
We
really
I
fun. I
know,
like it.
Sean. I know you've played this many times. I forget.
yeah.
Manny, have we ever played this with
Yeah.
you? Okay.
Yep. You taught it to us. I played it a few times. And actually, you know what? No, you didn't teach it to us. You know Jim, our friend Jim. He
Yes.
actually made his own copy
Oh
using
wow.
he would collect coasters from bars
Hmm.
and he would just make sure he got this like three is it like three of the same? You have to have three in a
Yeah.
skull and then he just drew like made one of them black or something. I don't know, like he got four of the same. And so everybody, yeah, he had like different sets. He just made it with coasters. I'm like, that's smart. I remember.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. But he taught us that game. I thought he literally made up the game, but he didn't. He just made
You're
his
like
own
you're so
game.
smart. No.
Wow, so good. Yeah.
It's
So I
such
played it with you too, though.
it's such a fun game. Like the best one, like, so Sean was talking about how he collected two boxes to play it, 12 players. We did that at Ben's wedding. That was the first
Oh
time we
yeah, that's
played
right.
it. That's the first time I played it with that many people, which was crazy. And that
Yeah.
was a
Mm,
lot of fun. And like you said, it does ramp up pretty well. Like it's there's
Yeah. Because I mean, it's not like you're waiting for people to take their turn or anything like that. Just more, you have more tiles to choose from, which means the bidding gets a lot higher. It's like these crazy numbers. Because if you're only playing with six, like maybe you'll have to try to get six flowers and it's easier. But if you got like 12 people, everybody puts the second one down. You have biddings that are up to like 14 or 16. It's like
mm,
a great. Now I got to try to get 14 flowers without any
yeah.
skulls.
yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot
and
of
you
fun.
get you then you start to get to learn your friends and like all right, do how often are you going to play a skull down? The best is when somebody is trying to artificially get the bidding up higher, and then they get stuck with that number, and it turns out they had put down a skull because you always had to flip yours first, and they basically get
Hmm.
themselves out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those are always good times.
Yeah, that's such a fun game.
We
And
should play this again soon. I haven't played this in a really long time, and you reminded me like how to play. And I'm like, oh right, this is like really fun. I really like this
Yep,
game. We
yeah.
should
yep.
definitely play it. Yeah.
It's definitely a fun game with alcohol too.
Mm,
So
very fun.
save that for 21st episode. We can bring this back up.
Right?
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
There we go. All right.
a sneak preview.
Sneak preview. All right. So we're gonna go with our last three games for the segment. And it's gonna start with me tonight. So my last one is Hot Streak. This is put out by John Perry. Cecile Garlepe is the artist, and CMYK is the designer. We've talked about this before. Basically, it is such a fun little party game. Actually, I wouldn't say little. It's such a fun party game where you're betting on these mascots to cross the finish line. And as the game puts it, it's not about who has the most money at the end. It's how you progress in your life, because the game, at the end of the game, you tally your money and then you see what your outcome of your life is. And again, I mentioned this before because when we played this, I was playing this at PAX during the was it maybe Thursday night throwdown, or was it the Friday night
It
frenzy?
must have been. It wasn't Friday night. I
So
did
it was
Friday with you,
so
and
that
it
was
wasn't that night.
no, it was that same night with the Friday
Oh, it was
night.
after I left because
Yeah,
I did horribly,
yeah.
and so I didn't even stick around.
This was
Yeah.
the semifinal game. So again, I had whatever the
Mm,
money was. I think it was like $53, and my outcome was that. And again, I feel a little called out because I'm not wearing my hat right now. That I bought a back alley toupee and a seagull stole it. So again,
love
but
it.
yeah. So but yeah, basically the way the game plays is that each mascot has a set of cards that is already in front of them. And then what you do is everyone gets to take one card from their hand out of three and place it face down, so no one knows what you're doing. You could make one of the mascots turn around and run backwards. You can make them run into another lane. You could, have them run to the next star. So again, there's all these little things you could do. And then once everyone has their cards down, you can then bet to see which one, who you think is going to finish first, and then there, second or third, or there's little side bets like, will someone fall down, will someone run off the track, stuff like that. So you can do another side bet like that.
Mm.
The cool thing about this is that it's not a full betting system, so I don't have to pay $5, $10, $2, whatever it is, in order to win my bet. I just say, I think the fish is going to win, so I take the fish's betting slip or whatever it is. And if he finishes first, I get 10, second 7, 3, 5, and then 3. So again, it's a pretty cool thing, because again, you're not technically losing money unless you make a what's the word called, like I forget the name, I forget the word of it, but it's like you're making a bet that a risky bet, that's what it was. Unless you make a risky bet, then at that point, if the bet doesn't happen, you lose like $5. But it's such a fun game. It plays up to 9 players. It's such a great time. And again, this is, I guess someone said that it was so fun yelling at mascots that cannot hear you because they're plastic.
Yeah.
So it's such a fun game to play. I cannot talk enough great stuff about it. My son-in-law loves it. He's actually coming up this weekend, so he's hoping to play. So I can't wait.
I think did you go out and buy this after you played it at PAX or no?
I did.
You did.
I did.
So I still need to play it, because we played the other one that reminds me of this,
Magical Athlete, put out by the same
Magical
company.
Athlete.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So, which was also really, really fun. But this one I had actually heard about before PAX. I'd seen it on some other it wasn't a podcast, but I think it was just like a YouTube video of someone talking about different games that they liked, and this one was on there, and they said it was fantastic. So I'd heard about this, and then you said you bought it, and I'm like, I need to play this. It sounds really fun.
Definitely.
Good game to
And
play at
it's like
Sean Con.
Yep.
Sean
Whenever
Con,
that
when's it
happens.
happening?
Sean Con will happen. I promise. I will.
You've
I
been
don't
saying
know
that
about
for like 2 months.
Well,
Yeah.
again, basement and stuff like that. I haven't been able to focus on anything other than trying to make sure that I get the vendors to come out and do what they're
We
supposed
can
to
have
do.
it
So.
at a different. You don't have to have it at your house. We can have it at a different
Oh.
location.
All right.
Oh.
So Sean Con at Sean's house. Just tell Christina
think-
we're all coming to your house.
Oh,
We
Sean
can have
Con's
it
got
at
to
a
be at like
location that's not my house or your house.
a neutral location.
Neutral location.
Yeah. Yeah. So we will play this at Sean Con, but I think it rolls at it's like a rollout
Yeah.
thing, right? It's
Yeah.
so weird looking. It's so cool.
So if you're looking at the YouTube, you'll see the little mat that it plays on, and it just literally pulls
Yeah.
out, and then and then you literally just roll it back
roll
in.
it.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's like in a box that's like just a rectangle box.
It's right. It reminds me of like a shorter version of like Saran wrap,
Yep.
right? Like
Yep.
it's like that,
Yeah. Pretty much.
but like shorter, but not long. Yeah.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna jump over now. Sean, you're the last one here. Your last one here, I mean.
Formula D, designed by Laurent Levar and Eric Randall. The artists were Nicolas Kenyo, Stéphane Poinsalt, and Arnaud Simon Laferette, and published by Asmodee. You'll notice I took French in high school, so I was actually able to pronounce those names. I may not have gotten them entirely right, but
I didn't realize this is a French game.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
So Formula D may not be the first game that comes to mind when we think of party games, but 10 people can play. The turns move very quickly, and you can also play on easy mode for folks who may not want to agonize over tire or brake damage. And with a lot of people playing the game at once, it can get very chaotic in a very fun way. So in Formula D, you are racing a race car around a track. There are customized dice that you roll depending on which gear you're in. Gear 1 rolls a D4 that only has 1s and 2s, whereas Gear 6 has a 30-sided die that doesn't go lower than 21. And when you get to a corner, you have to go through it in a certain amount of turns depending on the corner. So you have to drop gears to go slower, or you can blast through and risk blowing up your car. Usually, you play like a couple laps, and the first person to cross the finish line wins. If you really want to get into it, there's actually a ton of rules and modifications to make the game more complicated, like qualifying rounds, weather conditions. There's drivers with special powers and modifications to the cars, and etc. There's also a ton of maps you can buy, some of which have unique challenges. This was another game that I played with a bunch of my cousins, some of whom would, like I said, would never play a board game, but they enjoy racing cars and watching race cars. So I was able to convince them, like, hey, it's a game about racing cars racing, and so they're like, all right, we'll give it a try, and they
Mhm.
enjoyed it. We also played this at a couple of New Year's Eve parties, which led to some hilarious drunken racing. I just want to emphasize it's drunken board game racing, not drunken actual car racing.
Right. Right.
So yeah, Formula D. It's I feel like it's actually hard to find now, which is unfortunate. I didn't realize. I don't know if it's out of
Hmm.
print or, but somebody mentioned over the weekend that it was hard to get. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think this is a great. This is not definitely when people say party games, it's probably not the first thing people think of, but I think it's a great
No.
party game.
It
It is really fun.
it is a really fun game, and especially when you blow someone up right off the starting line.
Oh, I
Which,
forgot about the blowing up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep, yeah, Sean. That's like one of Sean's favorite memories of this game.
It was, I was like, what happens if I did this? Like, oh, then we roll for this and this, and one of us could die. And I'm like, okay, I do it. And they're like, no, that's not the way the game's played. I'm like, well, it can happen,
Let's still
right?
do
And
it.
they're like, yeah. And I'm like, let's do it. They're like, no. And we did it, and then they died. Sorry, Ben.
Yep.
Ben
Yeah,
hates
Ben
her.
literally did not get to take a turn because Sean crashed into his car and blew him up in
Wow.
the
Yeah.
start line.
I
Of the start
survived. He
line.
didn't.
Sad.
But yeah, it's
It was
again,
pretty hilarious.
that was just, we started over, like, I think we did like 2 turns and we started over again. But
Yeah.
it's such a fun, like you said, party game. But again, and I use
You
quotations on
don't
that
think
because
of
again,
it.
it's not someone
Yeah,
that you think about. It's not something you think about as
Right.
a party game.
yeah.
But
So it's
But I mean,
funny when
anytime,
you said, yeah.
anytime that we've got like 8 or 10 people getting together to play games, this is one of the first games that comes to my mind. So I'm like, hey, it handles 10, like it handles 10 players very well. Because like I
yeah,
said, your turn, you're rolling a die and you're moving, and it's on to the next player's turn. So you're not waiting 20 minutes for your turn to come around again.
Mhm. Mhm.
it's such a
Yeah.
fun
I
game.
think when you said this, you were gonna put this on there. I had mentioned it to Josh, and he also was like, "That's not a party game," but I was like, "Well, how do you define party game? Like, what is a party game? It holds a lot of people. Like,
Yep.
you can play it with a lot. Like, and I think he said he thought it had to be simple, a simple rules sort of game, very easy rules. This isn't difficult by any stretch of the imagination. It's not,
Yeah, yeah. You
but it's
you
not
can
as simple as like taco cat goat cheese pizza or
Yeah.
throw
right,
burrito
right.
or
And
something.
that's I mean, and that is one of the interesting things about this game is like you can ramp up the difficulty for as much as you want. Like I said,
Yeah,
there's like all this stuff that you can add to make it more complicated. But the very simple rules that I usually start when I'm teaching people this how to play this game is like, here's the dice for the different gears. Your car has 18 points of quote unquote damage that you can take if you go around corners too fast, and start with that. And if you like it, we can make the rules complex more after that. So
yeah,
It's
yeah.
such a great game. Like I said,
It is
you know,
fun.
jokingly blowing up Ben was like the highlight, just because the fact is that it was like, oh, I can actually do that and be a jerk about it. Great. But at the same point, like playing with like 10 people is such fun. And there's not a lot of, like you said, there's not a lot of downtime in between
yeah,
turns.
no,
So
it moves
No.
pretty quick.
yeah.
Yep.
And just one thing I want to digress really quick. I totally forgot about Throw Burrito, Mandy, until you just mentioned it.
I've actually never played it. I just want to because you get to throw burritos at people.
I
I
have it.
think. I don't know.
I have it. So
I need to
we'll
I need
throw
to
some
borrow that from
burritos.
you.
All right.
Sounds good.
Sounds great. All right. Well, okay. So, Mandy, bring us home. You're going to talk about
That's
your last
it.
game tonight.
Yeah. So this one is Cards Against Humanity, a party game for horrible people. I did look up. I tried to look up all the info on this one, and there is so many designers and artists and all that stuff. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to tell people go to Board Game Geek if you want to see everybody. I did look on the Cards Against Humanity website. they didn't seem to list them there, but they did have a lot of fun stuff on their website. So if you want to go there just for fun, that's a great time. Um, if you've never played Cards Against Humanity, don't play the normal version with anybody that is a child. It is highly inappropriate. So fun because of its inappropriateness, but like to the point where I have to ask what some things are, and I probably didn't want to know what some things are. I learned new things in my 40s, like what? That's disgusting, but whatever. But it's really fun, and it's basically, if you've ever played Apples to Apples, similar concept. You have one little card that everyone's going off of, and it'll say some silly phrase, or it's a fill in the blank or something, and everybody has a hand of like 10 cards, and everybody puts face down, gives it to the person that's the, I guess, the chooser that turn, and they shuffle them up and read them all, and they pick their favorite, and it's whoever gets the most of their, favorited the most times wins. And I forgot how many. It depends on how many people are playing, but it goes up to like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 or something like that. We usually play the family edition, which is much more kid friendly. It still includes a lot of, poop and fart and stuff like that jokes. Still a good time though. I actually kind of prefer that one a little bit better, the family edition. And it's still a really, really big box. It's not like it's like, oh, you get these tiny little, you're gonna go through 'em real quick. It's a huge box, and so you get a lot of cards. It's really fun though, and we hadn't played it in a while. We just played it the other night, and it was a good time. I'd kind of forgotten about certain cards, and yeah, it's good. I don't think we've ever all played it together.
Nope. This
No.
I have a confession. I've actually never played this game. I mean,
Oh,
I'm well aware of what it is and how it plays. I've played Apples to
yeah,
Apples, so I basically
right.
understand. But I've
The
seen
concept, yeah,
I have seen plenty of like examples of cards on the internet,
yeah.
so I'm definitely aware of it. But I've actually never actually played a game. So
That's shocking.
we
It's a good time.
our students at work, um, who are no longer with us because they've graduated, uh, wanted to play
That's a
it so
better reason than
yeah.
what I was thinking. I'm like,
Yeah,
what happened?
I'm like, I better qualify this, but
What
anyways,
happened? Like, okay,
they've graduated and since graduated, and they still keep in touch, which is great. But
good.
they one day they were like, near the end of the semester, they're like, hey, let's play Cards Against Humanity, because it was up in Brian has a copy and I have a copy in the office, and like, come on, you should play. And I was like, I don't know, I don't want to get in trouble. They're like, no, I'll be fine, and they did not realize like how dark my humor gets. So I was playing cards, and they were like, "Oh Jesus!" Like,
It's bad,
wow, like, and I was like, "Well, I warned you guys. Like, I warned you
right?
before we started playing. Like, my humor is very dark when we play these games. So
That's what this game is.
yeah,
Like, it's dark humor.
yeah, you have to have a dark sense. You have to have
Yeah.
gallows humor, as someone called it, meaning like,
Oh, funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and yeah, it's such a fun game. Again, I'd like to play with you guys just to see like how we would play it, because again, it's we play other games. We've never played a dark
Yeah.
humor game, so it'd be kind of
No.
fun to see.
I can go down the dark humor route. It's no problem.
Oh, I
I
gotta
don't
see
know.
that.
I've never seen either of the Lentos though. I feel like you guys are too nice for that.
no,
You
I can
think?
definitely do it.
You can do it?
I
All
don't
right.
think you're gonna get Christina to play this. So
I don't think so either.
I don't think it's a Christina game, but I would love to see
No.
Sean go down that dark humor.
Yeah.
route.
Oops.
I'm
Messed it up.
always afraid we get in trouble. I'm always afraid I'm gonna get in trouble. That's why I don't do too much dark humor. I
Mm.
definitely think it though.
Uh, yeah. I go to dark humor. I actually sent Sean a joke today, and yeah, that I actually sent it to my wife too. I'm not gonna say what it is, but I got in trouble when I got home. So,
Mm.
but yeah.
Is that good, huh?
Oh, it was that good. It was that good. But all right, everyone, thank you again for
Cool.
joining us on our podcast here. Before we finish up here, you guys, any last thoughts before we close the episode?
No. I just hope to God I'll be in the AC this weekend because it's gonna be real hot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
supposed
it's
to
supposed to be like 101 degrees tomorrow, which is ridiculous.
be. Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah. My daughter has to go on to the beach on the 4th of July when it's supposed to be like 101. Like that's going to be the worst place to be because everyone's going to
yeah,
be there.
everyone's gonna be there. Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
like trying to get there early so they can stay there for the
Yeah.
fireworks at night too. So depending
Yeah.
on where you go.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
True. I hadn't thought about that. No. No beach. AC.
AC only.
Yep.
Yep.
AC. Well, again, thank you all for joining us tonight. Remember, please like, subscribe, share, tell everyone that you know. Mandy, Sean, thank you again for everything that you guys do for me on this podcast. I really appreciate it. I wish you both a very happy and safe 4th of July. Please keep all your fingers and toes inside the vehicle at all times, and no fireworks. But anyways, but again, and I'm wishing all our viewers and our listeners a very happy, safe, and 4th of July as well. And until next time, may the dice rolls be ever in your favor. Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Can we do it?